Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to show you how to do like some of the sound effects and add the scripts to this scene based on the tutorial. So this is going to be kind of like the whole project for the week. So I've made this amazing song that I built using Beatbox, which is the site that I've shown you a couple times. So you can hear it. Okay, so this game is going to be for my car that's going to kind of fly around the scene. So once I have a song that I like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File. I'm going to pick Export, and I'm just going to call this something that's easy to kind of remember. I'm also going to take away the outro because it'll leave a lot of silence, and I don't necessarily need that in there. And I'm going to loop it a couple times. Unity usually loops when you play like the sound, but just in case. And then I'm going to make this an MP3 to make it a little bit easier to export if I wanted to work on it at home or add it to my phone or something like that. So once I've kind of got these settings, I'm going to click export and I'll move this up so it's easier to see. I'm going to click export. You're going to see it'll compress and then I'm going to save the file. Okay. So I can do a couple things. I can hit save as, and then I'm just going to go to my downloads folder here. And you'll see that it'll say save as type, which is just going to be an MP3. And then I'm going to hit save. Okay. And there it is. And you'll see it here. So if you ever miss something, like I was making an object, the water can for another class, and then I have some rubrics and some things that I'm going to use. So this is here. Now, the first thing is once I have my song, again, you want to make sure that you are in, when you're looking at your scene, you want to make sure that you are in the scene view so you can click on things. I'm going to add my song to this wall. So if I click add component, the first thing I need is I'm going to type in audio and I'm going to look for an audio source. Okay. Now it's going to ask for me to put in the song. So what I always do here is if I right click, you can do import new asset, which you're going to see here. And then if I go to my downloads folder, you're going to see the car game. And then you're going to have the song right there. So now when I click on this object, you see I have this audio resource and I can drag it right here. And now when I hit play, you'll hear the song. I can also, like in the previous assignment, I can turn up the spatial blend. So if my car is getting closer to it, it'll be louder. If it's further away, it'll be softer. Now, the next step after this is I'm going to be adding a script to my car. Okay. So I'm going to go into this essentials folder. The first thing is I'm going to go to prefabs and then I'm going to look for characters. So I've added the dump truck right here, but just for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to pick another character just because. So I'm going to add in this Roomba right here, we can call it. Okay, and you'll notice that it has a rigid body, which is our physics component, and it also has a box collider right here. Now, one of the tutorial part of this, if you go into this section here, I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to go back just so you can see. So it's this part right here. Now, the thing that takes a little bit of practice is you're going to be working with scripts that are in the scene. So I'm kind of just clicking through this so you can see it, and I'm going to do the demo here. So it's going to give you this script. It's going to look something like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to hit copy. Okay. Now, once I have copied it, I want to go into my scripts folder. And the way to make a new script is you right click, you're going to hit create, and then you're going to pick this mono behavior script. So in scripting, what that means is that it's basically responsible for one function in the script. Like it's going to go on a script and it's going to do something. Okay, so we don't have to worry too much about the code at this point. We're just trying to add the script. So all you have to do from here is I'm going to go to mono behavior script. I'm going to open the file. And it may take a second. It might say you need to use Notepad or something like that. And then anything that's here, I'm just gonna delete, and then I'm gonna hit paste, okay? And once you hit paste, you can go to File and hit Save, and I'm only doing this because I already have the script in here and it can cause some issues, so I'm just showing you the process. You go to File, you hit Save, and then it will save the script. And like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one because it was just sort of giving you an example, but this is how you add it. And then the last part of this is when you have a game object. So in this case, like I have my car that's right here, but I also have this vacuum that'll be here. And I'll show you kind of both like once you have it. So I have this dump truck, and you can see that if I click on it in the hierarchy, the script is right here. The way to add a script is I'm going to click on my object and I can just click my script and drag it right over here. So now what'll happen when I hit play is my characters will move. So you can see, like I'm hitting play, you can hear the song, and now I have my script. And you can see like as I get closer, it's a little bit louder, and this is how it works, okay? So those are the basics for how you add these scripts to objects. Like when you look at an object, almost everything that you see is going to have these components. They're going to have rigid bodies, they're going to have colliders, which just is your interaction. So in order to make them like move or to rotate or anything, you have to create a script. So to add a script, you right click, you hit create, and then you find this script here. You can also go to game object and you can find like the different scripts as well. But that's the easiest way to do scripts right there. Okay. So that is the assignment. What you'll do is you'll take a screenshot or a screen capture of the character moving in the screen, and that's what you're going to turn in. So if you need any help during class, just raise your hand. I'll be happy to go by and see, like, especially if you're getting errors with the script, we can fix them. But it is a lot of fun. Like once you have scripts that you can work with, you can pretty much build anything that you want. All right. I hope you have a good rest of your day.